quick example of how to use Desmos.com as a graphing calculator to get your birthday polynomial graphs into your project. So the first thing I do is I go to Desmos.com and then I'm going to click on Graphing Calculator. That's going to take me to a screen that shows the graph to the right, and on the left-hand side is where I would fill in my polynomial. On the bottom left corner, I'm going to click Show My Keypad. So from here, I'm going to build my polynomial. Now I'm at first going to build it with all pluses, and then I'm going to play with the positive and negatives to see how that will change my graph. So the birthday that was in the example was April 2nd, 1976. So that would be 4x, and then I'm going to come down here and use this power to the 5th power. So you can see that my graph is already beginning to change based off of my exponents and my values that I'm plugging in. Plus 2x to the 4th. So I'm going to use that power button again, and it's still changing. Plus 1x cubed. Plus 9x squared. I can use the squared button. Plus 7x. Plus 6. So you can see that I already have a quite interesting graph, and I can zoom in and I can zoom out accordingly. Now in this graph, I can see I have one x-intercept or one solution. I have one y-intercept, and it'll even plot some points here. You can see the maximum, the relative maximum. You can see the relative minimum on the graph here. Now if I wanted to play with this to see what else I can do to make maybe the graph a little bit more interesting, what I can do is start playing with these signs. So what happens when I change some of these positive to negative signs? And what does that do to my graph? So you can see it looks like it's moving it around a little bit, which it should be moving it. All right, if I put a negative in the front of this graph, I can see that it flipped it. I can pull it back a little bit. Let me try to make this a plus again and see that it's widening it a little bit. If I'm trying to cross the x-axis a few more times, I can play with the pluses and the minuses again, and I can continue to change this graph. You can see that I'm able to zoom in and zoom out. Now, if I'm using a MacBook type computer, I can utilize the Shift Command 4 button to take a screenshot and add it into my project. Or if I'm using a Chromebook, you should be able to use the snippet tool in your screenshot in your computer, or a some kind of PC computer. You should be able to use the snippet button and allow yourself to get those screenshots into your actual project. All right, so what I want you to do is play with these values. You can even change and make your highest degree 6 and maybe skip a degree and see what that would do. Just play with this. You can see that it flipped it and made it an even graph. If I want to make it positive again, I can do that. I can change this to a 5th power. So you could play, you could play with this, your polynomial slightly, to see how you can make it unique and make it a nice little graph to represent you. All right, I was trying to make that a 5th power, so I'm still messing that up. All right, so you can continue to play with this, and if you have any questions, just please let me know. All right, have a great day.